Welcome into the Behind the Wall podcast. Today, we are sitting down with Penn State wide receiver commit from DeMatha Catholic High School, WCAC champion of the best high school sports conference in America, Mr. Lavar Keys. Lavar, what's up, brother?
How you doing?
Good. Thank you for coming on, man. Just finished up your visit here at Penn State. How'd today go?
Today went great. Me being able to see them compete in person, it was just amazing. I like how practices ran. It's just very competitive. Everybody's competing, like from special teams to the offense to the defense to indie reps, everything.
That's Coach Franklin, bro. You're gonna get to learn that Coach Franklin is big. I mean, that's obviously that's one of our core values. But you always got to compete. He's gonna be big on that. I don't know if you saw, like, we start off practice. Every practice we call start fast period,
right? And
it's something. Sometimes it's O-line, D-line, sometimes it's wide receivers, DBs. But yeah, he's big on starting fast and competing right away.
Yep. Speaking on that, I think when they first got to practice, they did a one-on-one drill. The running back got to run the ball and juke the linebacker, and that was just very competitive. Yeah,
it's fun to watch. It gets everybody hyped too. That's kind of the fun part. It gets everybody going for practice, especially if it's flat. Sometimes Coach Frank, he's like, all right, we really need this one today. What? How many times you been to Penn State? Like, just too many to count at this point.
You need to count. Yeah. Really been the only school I've been to. I'm gonna say about over 20.
Wow. Okay, that's how I feel. I say it's too easy. It feels like home when you keep coming up here. You know that. So I'm curious. So you how long do you think you were in there for? Like, what's kind of like a rundown of what it looks like? I know that they had you guys watching practice. Did they kind of show you around the facility and all that other stuff too?
So when we got there, we checked in. After checking, we had went to the team meeting. Everybody was in the meeting. That's when they called out some players that had to come to the front and dance. If you probably remember
that. Yeah. Real quick, I'll just start. When you first get here, so you're going to have to do it soon.
Yeah.
When you first get here, you got to either do a song, you got to either sing or you got to dance in front of the team. So if you're a new coach, a new freshman, anything, you got to come up with it. So I'm not going to lie. That was like the thing I was the most nervous about when I first got here, because I'm like, what am I going to do? I forget. I danced to some Soulja Boy song or something. But yeah, it's pretty funny, and it kind of gets everybody going for the team meeting. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, Coach, the new DC, Coach Jim, he went crazy. I'm not going to lie. Like, it was some song. I can't remember the song, but everybody was cheering him on. Like, they was excited because he had some swag to it.
That's what's up. I love it. That's awesome. So, I do want to go back into you committing. Now, you got offered late last July,
yes,
and then you committed it was like a week later, right?
I'm gonna say about a week.
Yeah, it's about a week. So I'm just curious, like, what was that process? You talking with family, with coaches? What made you say so quickly, like, yeah, this is it, Penn State's it, this is where I want to go?
So to be honest, like, it was very easy. When I first got to DeMatha, like, I always counted on Penn State. I always, that was the school that I wanted to go to. Watching KJ, being a fan of JAHAN DOTSON when he was on the Commanders, that's just watching, like, how Penn State is. Like, it's electric. Like, that's somewhere I want to be in. It's been my dream school. So when I got the O, I just thought about it. It wasn't a lot to think about, but I had to make a decision on that I want to commit now and, shut down my recruitment a little bit. Even though schools gonna still offer me, because I still had a junior year and I still got my senior year, but or the other decision was, like, that I want to be the kid that just had the offer and got more offers throughout over period, doing me. So it was a hard decision I had to make. It was very stressful a little bit, but I just went on and locked in.
Was that something you wanted to do before the season started, before your this last high school season started? Or did it just kind of, like, did you have it in mind, like, I kind of want to commit before then? Or was it just like it happened and it's like, nah, this just feels right? Like, the Penn State just, like, after they offered, it was like, yeah, this is it.
Well, it just happened. Like,
it's a feel thing sometimes, man. Sometimes it's like, it's just spontaneous.
Yeah, like, once I got it, I thought about it. Somebody started bringing it up to me. And I just went on from there. That's what I wanted to do.
I feel you. And like you said, we got two guys from DeMatha this year. Obviously, KJ Winston, who I'm sure you know a little bit better than, also Keziah Izzard, who played at DeMatha.
Yep.
Both going to the NFL. So,
sir.
DeMatha, Penn State, NFL. We got a pipeline going, man. It happens. All right. Lavar, I want to ask you about this play. We're going against the championship against Good Counsel right here, my alma mater. You had him lined up and just deep post right over there. Can you go back, John, one more time? Thanks, producer John.
So
you just what was going through your mind on this play? It was obviously big time championship game, and you
Yep.
took it to him.
So we prepped it all week. Like, it's a play we have. I can't say the name, but
Yeah, keep it confidential.
when Fahim, well, at first it was number 11. His name Dylan. He'd be over top of me, but that had switched. We was waiting for that to switch. This play was a different play at first, but once Coach Luke saw that Fahim, switched with Dylan, we know Fahim is a run stop safety.
Okay.
Against us, so he'll come down and it'll just be me in 1-on-1 with the corner. And once Coach Luke saw it, he changed it real quick, boom, and we just hit it. This was the first drive.
It was, really. So you set the tone for the WCAC championship. Yep. And I just want to say, for people that don't know, the WCAC, when I said that at the beginning, I meant it. This is the best, especially football league in America. I mean, you playing the best of the best. And yeah, you setting the tone early and winning that championship. First one for you guys since, I think, 2016, since Chase Young was playing at DeMatha. So, no, that's big-time stuff.
Experience the very best Happy Valley has to offer at the one-of-a-kind We Are In. Located in Phillipsburg, we are the perfect destination for football and food fans alike. Our impressive menu specializes in many dishes, from Italian cuisines to Philly specialties like classic cheesesteaks. There's something for every palate at the We Are In. Whether you want to watch the game or share a glass of wine with a special someone, you're sure to find something to love here at the We Are In.
And I wanted to ask you about that. So obviously playing against, I mean, you're on the field. Sometimes everybody on the field at once is going D1 when you're playing the WCAC. What was that like for you? And how do you think that kind of prepared you, not only for your senior season, but going into college? Does that get you ready playing against, I mean, the top dudes in the nation?
Yeah, it gets me ready because I might end up seeing these kids again 2 to 3, years in college. So playing them now is just preparing me for the next level because I'm already going against, good athletes. And me competing against them, it's just getting us both better. So, when we get to college, it's nothing. We roll through. Instead of me just playing in a league that's not really that good,
Yeah.
So when I get to college, I'm confused. I don't see real ball,
Yeah, right, exactly. No, that's a real thing. Some guys have that adjustment period of like, man, I've only been playing against some bums, if we're going to be honest.
Exactly.
And it's like, no, you've seen the real deal your entire high school experience. Now, Lavar, I do want to ask, and this is something, really since JAHAN was here, we've struggled producing at wide receiver. What made you want to come here and say, hey, I want to be the difference maker. I want to help, be that difference at wide receiver, at kick returner, punt returner as well. But what have you, kind of talking to Coach Higgins, talking to Coach Franklin, what has those conversations been like? But also just, like I said, that want to be like, hey, I want to help being a part of that change, of that difference.
Just putting my trust in Coach Franklin. Throughout the years, everybody is saying Penn State is not a passing school. They run the ball. They're just for defense, offensive line, all that. But you never know. Like we could change the culture and we could start something new and turn it into a passing school. We can't throw the ball if we don't have the receivers. So we gotta, us, the class we're bringing in, me and my boy Ja. So far, we just looking to change the culture. Starting like this year, the guys that's out there right now, like. It's going to be changed this year. That's what I see so far. But that's just what we're gonna do. I put my trust in the Higgins and Franklin, and we just gotta keep going from there.
Dude, I love it. Because like I said, I told you, at offensive line, when I first got here, we were the laughing stock, man. It was like we were giving up like 6-7 sacks a game. I remember Trout was calling me. He's like, man, we're going to fix this. We're going to get this right. And I'll tell you, it is extremely rewarding to be a part of that. And now, we're one of the best groups on the team, the offensive line. It's fun to be a part of, I don't want to call it a rebuild, but just kind of making something great again for sure.
Definitely.
Now, real quick, I do want to ask this. Going into last year, y'all lost week 1 to Spalding, right? We're back to DeMatha. Shout out to Key Wheatley, starting safety, who went to Spalding. Now, you guys lost week 1. You didn't lose another game, and then you won the WCC championship. What was, kind of the leadership on that team? Did y'all come together after that game and say, hey, we're not going to let this happen again? What was kind of the message from Coach McGregor, all that type of stuff that led y'all to not losing another game and then winning the WCAC championship?
So after that game, like that woke us up, not going to lie. We had a great, summer. The scrimmages went great, practice went great, but we just went in the game, like, I'm not going to say lacking, but we went in the game thinking we was going to just run through Spalding, you know. And Spalding just came to play. So after that game, it made all of us, like, reset. Like, we had reset. And the meetings with McGregor, like, he said a few words, and that's when he said he going to leave it up to us. So when we was in that meeting room, he had left the room. I don't know where they went. They went in their coach's room, and he said, we got to talk to each other. And, you know, some of the leaders and all of us, we had to say to the team, and that switched things around. And ever since, we ain't take the foot off the gas.
That's what's up, man. It is. It is on the players to turn it around, and it seems like y'all did. So it was fun to watch. I came to the October 20th game when y'all played Good Counsel the first time, and I watched y'all whoop up on my alma mater, man. Now I am curious. Do you have someone, whether that's college or NFL, do you model your game after someone? Is there guys that you study and kind of watch and try to emulate in any way, shape, or form?
I'm gonna say JAHAN DOTSON. Like, I was a big fan, and I'm still a fan. Like, even though his time changed a little bit because he with the Eagles, but when he was with the Commanders and watching his Penn State film, it just broke it down. He's not that big, but he have a heart that he's a dog and he like to compete. And just watching him, you know, play, watching his interviews, watching everything, like his route running, that just made me want to, you know, we both wear 5.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't? Like, you know, I love watching him.
All right, Lavar, last question before we get you out of here. I always ask people this. What is your why? Like, why do you get up every day? Why do you grind so hard? Why are you, you know, dedicated to getting to Penn State and, you know, really changing your life as a whole? What is that every single morning?
Because, you know, where I come from, it's hard. Like, living in Landover my whole life, there's really nothing good out there, you know. And actually also losing my father at the age of 14, it just made me step up as a man and have to do it, you know. It's just me, my mom, and my brother in the household, and I got to be the ticket. I got to, you know, keep going and finish the mission, for real. So,
Absolutely.
family, for real.
Lavar, that's what's up. I appreciate it, man. This was an awesome interview, and I'm excited. Good luck this coming season with DeMatha, and then we're excited to get you here at Penn State, man. So thank you so much.